Welcome to reality. Welcome to reality. Everybody, reminder of the rules. Well, I can enforce these rules by myself, but just a reminder because you guys are my beloved students, no matter if you're in reality or not. But the rules are video only for reality members, Divya and Swati. Everybody else, video off. Audio mute. Audio mute. My dear friends, audio please mute when you join, and no chat discussions. Why I am playing this strict role today? Because I want to create the absolute feeling that we are here as usual, just me, Divya, and Swati. It will be better for you because you will have a chance to see much more behind the scenes when they will relax totally. We will step into the flow. It will take us a couple of minutes right now to step into this, and you will see really what is going on, what kind of topics we discuss, and what you can take from this. Okay? Hence, even if you feel this is fantastic, insightful, this is beautiful, you know, emotional, touching, whatever you feel, please don't chat, don't share it. We can talk about it later in our main chat. Okay, agree. Happy Saturday. Now I'm going to unmute. Where is Swati? Where is the second hero? Okay, I'm going to unmute Divya. Today I am the moderator. So Divya, please, your floor. Over to you, because this is our session 4 out of the whole 4 weeks, almost 5 weeks now. And that is our chance to introspect where you were before, where are you now, what is going on. And after that, we'll just go to work because it's also your working Zoom. So whatever needs to be clarified, next steps, that is also, please feel free, absolutely. Okay?
First of all, it's kind of very nervous. No.
Yeah, it is absolutely fine because I said it will take us a couple of minutes to step into this flow. My sound is okay? I'm checking today my microphone.
Oh, wow. That's fine. I actually didn't had any idea that so many people would join in. So it's kind of a nervous and exciting at the same time. But
Yes.
yeah, when you mentioned last night that it's at 11 a.m., I absolutely had different feeling that I cannot express at that moment. I even texted you regarding the same. Yeah, it's actually a different feeling. I don't know what am I feeling. Am I sad? No. Am I nervous? A bit, yes. But it's a full of emotions, like a farewell time for me. That one of the phases ending with you. It was so personal that we could discuss.
Divya, can you increase the sound? I don't know, maybe it's mine. But could you increase the sound? Bhavna is telling us that we have echo. How about now? Unmute. 1 second. You are not on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's still echo, I guess.
Echo?
Yeah,
is it maybe from my microphone? Let me just remove it. How about now?
Is it fine now?
Is it fine now?
Still. I don't know.
Okay.
Hello.
I can hear you, but just I can hear you very, faint, kind of remote.
Okay, I'll just reconnect and disconnect and reconnect again once. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay.
Can you guys feel the difference between my sound with microphone or without microphone? Right now, no microphone. And now I'm going to put mic. Without microphone is better. I was suspecting so. Test, 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 test. Better or worse? With mic, better. Yeah, okay, let's keep it. Divya is back. Okay.
Is it fine now? I guess.
Yeah, better for me. Okay.
Okay, great.
No, no problem. That is also important.
That's also a technical glitch we never had before in any of the session, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course, like if you have 20 times more people here, it's going to be more of
Right.
energies and disturbances, but also more insights. That's the group
Yeah,
sessions for you.
because we always had we three people discussing everything from scratch to anything. So yes, it's a very what's called
Yes,
okay, yeah,
yes, wonderful.
yeah,
Okay,
great.
thank you guys for this help with technical issues. For now, let's do no chat and just relaxed working. So 4 weeks ago, where are you? And now where are you? What's the main difference? And
Yeah.
what is still a work in progress?
Great. Before 4 week, if I have to say, I had a very limited vision. Though with the effect of cat, I had created the more vision, but implementation is done after it, like with our first and second session afterwards.
Mhm.
Before that, I never went live. I never had any webinar of my own. I never created any webinar. So that's a really good progress. Even after effect, I didn't go through any diagnostic calls or discovery calls. I never had any. But in the past 1 week, I had 4 discovery calls and all went great. All had the great reviews. Before that, I knew I had to be mindful. I was mindful a bit, but in this damn 1 month is literally ever changing for me. The energy I had in this whole month. Uh, Nature exists. We all know. We all beautify the nature, but this 1 month I have vibed with nature, I'll say. Uh, the more natural connection I had with nature is just in this 1 month. I have vibed with nature. I have created one webinar for my
Mhm.
group. Now my groups are interesting. As you suggested also, let's be little interactive in your own groups. Now my group is interactive. I had 4 discovery calls and all had the great feedback. I had more vision and dreams. Now I dream beyond my capacity, I'll say. My capacity has increased for the vision and dreams. I am very, very mindful of my people, my energy now, whom I want to interact and whom I don't want to interact. And even if that means I had to be a lonely for a time, I'm completely okay with it.
Mhm.
So that's the
So tell me this thing. So effect finished, you know what to do, right? At that moment, and you still didn't do. You still didn't do live session, you didn't do
almost.
discovery call. So what flipped here? What do you think was your block? Like you know you should show yourself, speak about yourself, speak about your products, but still not
I think
doing.
the confidence you gave me, the energy you gave me, and the passion you gave me. More of above energy and confidence you gave me that this you can do it. It's easy to go, it's a part of your job, it's easy flowing. And that's when it was actually easy flowing. I even had a live with Swati, and it was so natural that we decided we will do for just 15 to 20 minutes a quick live, but it almost went for an hour. And we
Mhm.
discussed everything on that live. So that is the thing. Now I'm being confident in myself. Now I know who I am. Even in the discovery calls I had it, people don't know who they are, and that's where they're lacking. And that was the only reason I wanted to have this mentorship with you, because I want to own that energy of yours, that being confident in yourself. How does it feel to be in your own skin? Though we are all living, we know somehow who we are, but nobody is comfortable in their own skin. When you accept who you are and then work towards it, it's game changing for you.
How did you, like, what do you think who you are right now, and what was that breaking moment when you realized it? Because it's a very common question, right? We hear it in Cats Club reviews, like, if I remove all my blocks and all my fears, then who I am in the middle? I cannot define it.
Okay, I always wanted to be the CEO of my business, whatever business I do. I always wanted to be, but I never felt I can be. So there's a difference between both of the days. But during this 1 month, I felt I can be the CEO of my business. I can run multiple startups. And that's also the reason in this past 1 week or 15 days, I had two different ideas related to my business only to expand it. And I'm all into it. I have done the research. I'm on the research part. I think I haven't done a quick action before this so fast. I'm a very overthinker. I keep overthinking the progress, but I don't often take action so immediately. But in this time, now I know this is what I want. This is the way I can bridge the gap between the two things, and I'm on it. So I have expended my vision over it. I think that's the breaking point.
Do you want to share? What is it going to be? So crafted desk. Okay, crafted desk we have. Crafted desk is running. Business mentorship we have. Business mentorship started running with diagnostic calls. And people hopefully will sign up for you as a business mentor. So this is 2 ideas. Something new on top of that?
Top of that is there's a gap between I have seen, thanks to you again, through you I have realized it. I had this issue year back also, but then I hired a vendor for it to figure out that issue. But I have realized through small business owners, like for small business owners, there's a gap that people don't take the orders for limited personalized boxes.
Yeah.
Their minimum quantity is at least 1,000 or above. They don't take it for 100, 200, 300. And when I started my business, there was a problem this also. Still then also I had to pay a very premium amount to get my boxes personalized.
Right.
So there is a gap I can see in the society, in the model, that we have the demand, but we don't have that supply as of now. So I want to bridge that gap.
Yeah.
So probably I'm going to set my own manufacturing unit in that sense. I have discussed this idea with someone else last night only, and they were also kind of interested. So probably we're going to set a manufacturing unit or some direct vendor to it so that cost is less and people can benefit from that. And any small business can have their personalized boxes in a normal amount, in affordable range. They don't need to pay the very much extra premium amount just to get them personalized in a very limited quantity. So yeah, that's the idea. I've got through it and I am on it. Research is going on for the same.
Yeah, it's very valid. Printing something in like 10 items, it's not possible. It's a task for 1 year to find somebody to print it for you.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
And also that printing kind of stuff, personalized is my forte. I love things personalized. So everything I'm going to do in future also would have that personalized touch for sure. So anything that comes up through me will be personalized and premium, that's for sure.
Okay, so this is all great. I want to give mic to Swati. What is all great? What changed in 4 weeks? Divya, after that, we come back to you. What is not great? Where you face problems? Where you face fears? Right? Because it's normal as well. So we'll start. Like, this is good introduction. We know everything is great, guys who are watching this. Trust me, like, it's not like everything is fantastic and we're just going to say have a great Saturday. Of course, there are still a lot of doubts and problems, right? So that is going to be our main focus for today. But I want to give Swati microphone. Swati, again, a question is, you are before 4 weeks ago and you are right now. What changed? And what still needs to be done?
The major change, hello Kat, good morning, and good morning to all of people who have joined in. So the major change I would say is the mindset, there are times we are not always getting clients. There are times when we are not always working, slow times and fast times. But in those slow times, the times when there's no one, I still don't feel that low feeling now. That is a major thing that I felt like it. I feel that is a time of preparation or relaxation. So because I feel that I'm ready when the time will come. So that kind of mindset has changed for me in this 4 weeks, where I don't really feel low that there's no one right now. I just feel that, okay, it's coming in the future now.
Right.
I better be prepared for it. So there I felt a lot of difference in the, and then the confidence, of course, like increasing the price, it felt for me in the heart like, am I doing right, am I doing wrong, should I reduce if someone is asking, and if they are not coming back. And then I always have this feeling that, okay, let's get back to the client and say, okay, I'm I'll do that previous price. But then I have to, I held myself back and said, there's an abundance of client, and the one who is who resonate with me, who understand me, they will book me for the price that I'm quoting.
Yeah.
So that was a huge a relief, liberation that I felt, in terms of not going back and forth in my own beliefs that what am I doing, always feeling like, should I go ahead or should I go back, should I go ahead and go back. So there I always had this, in my heart, there always was this feeling that I am not doing the right thing, I'm not prepared. So the preparedness has come, that confidence has come from my heart. I know that I'm giving out of love, I'm giving everything that I have. I'm not holding myself back when I'm interacting with a client. I am not relying on money factor, that only this is, if I get this much paid, I should give only this much. If you pay 1 rupee, I'll give everything. If you give 1,000, I'll give everything. If you give me 10,000, I'll give everything. What I have got, I'll give you in any of the amounts you pay to me, as per the session what I'm offering. So that was the
But
biggest.
can I interrupt? Because you will always give whatever you have. This you cannot control. Like I'm sitting here, this channel is open, I give you guys whatever I have. But amount of value that people can take from you, that will depend. Those who pay 1 rupee will take less than those who pay 100 rupees. This is the law, right? You guys who paid me 1 lakh, you take more from me right now or during these 4 weeks, comparing to people who come free right now to listen to the same Zoom, right? It will be very interesting. It's a mix. It is biology, right? Because, well, I'm not paying, so I can switch on and off. I will multitask. I will do something else, right? But it's also on the energy level. Somehow these gates are opening more or less exactly proportional to the price we pay.
Absolutely agree, Kat, because what happened is, I have noticed, like with the I have been offering tarot, I've been offering astrology, and I've also started doing group sessions. So that was a very big impact for this 4 weeks. I think I've already conducted 3 group sessions related to new moon circle, full moon circle, and the month ahead theme for as per the sunshine or the sign of zodiac sign. So I see the difference it makes. But yeah, it also is the offer is kind of made to cater the audience that is joining the session, what is it that I'm offering. But absolutely agree that the amount when they pay and the questions they ask, the client, the one who is just so confident in my work, and they just go ahead, Swati, I understand, I trust you, and I am ready to pay you. And when I ask them, okay, any questions, any doubts, and they're like, we trust you. So there's this huge confidence I get, the personal value, that self value, self worth, that we always attach ourselves to the people we connect to. So
yes, I'm just asking Bhavna, can you please, oh yeah, wonderful, Deepika, thank you very much. Because some topics that we discuss right now, I want also to translate into our Telegram chat, so people who didn't join, they know what we discuss right now. So topics of money as the energy that opens the gates for you to get more information. It is like a facilitator for our transformations. And it happens very interestingly. Remember, I told you that story when I had to pay a big amount, right? And I was sitting there with that button to press. And that was the moment of transformations. I was facing my fear, confidence in myself that I'm making the right decision, that it's actually going to create some next steps for my vision. I'm not saying about like buying some shoes or some bag, but when you invest a big amount into something that you think is your vision, in that moment when you push that button, you go like to definitely some new level of your reality. And that is so interesting to observe.
Absolutely.
How was your moment when you paid this amount to me for this reality?
I would start with affect actually. I think I just joined one day before effect was going to start, because I'm going with effect before because actually that was the opening, because after doing that this didn't feel that much of pinch, but effect felt me, that was a huge like opening the gates, that was the moment for me actually, effect. And I was just thinking, I was like, I'm not ready to pay 35. It's too much. And like 3 days, you put all these questions and blockages and doubts in our mind. It's not anyone else, but we ourselves trying to make all these explanations that why I don't want this training, right? So I just had this sudden thing, Swati, this is going to change your life. I have to say that was some kind of intuition was there for me. And I also tell that my moon Neptune trine is the one that is working for me in terms of intuition. And I messaged you actually. Yeah, I'm already doing astrology, and I have this, there's this client. You have had a session with client about this astrology in astrology, session also. So you said like whatever you said, and I was like thinking, and then I had to, that time I had to ask my husband for it. I wasn't working much, and I was like, I said that I want to do this. I want, and like I have seen a huge change in him. Like there's a lot of belief, trust that he puts in me now. Before, even for Cats Club 2000, he would ask me, what is it that you're doing every single month paying 2000? Before, when it was around 2K. And that was like a moment for me that I used to feel so bad about this money factor. Yeah, like why I need to ask 2K for that? He's telling me why you want to do. So this financial independence, financial freedom, it was coming so much for me that I just want to have this freedom. And I just said, like, do this for me, please, And I don't know, in the moment, he just had that trust. He said, okay, you want to do it? Are you sure about it? I said, I'm very sure about it. I said, okay, and then done. And affect actually changed the life for me. I have to say, and also I have to mention that I was not able to, I think first day little bit I was not there live, even the end day I was not able to live, but whatever I went through in that 3 days, that was enough for me to break a lot of limiting belief, break a lot of programs, and just actually the third day was so important in terms of, because I was already ready to break my programs and show up on my Instagram, because I knew that financial freedom is something I crave and I seek. So that all the tools that was given on the third day, it truly, I started implementing each one of them one by one. I not had done live or anything, but I started doing lives, and I started putting my personal stories. And as such, we think that numbers are not showing up, people are not signing up, but there was still something changing. People started looking towards my face, like there's so many people, and then the eyes started highlighting, like, okay, let's look what Swati is like. I feel that way, that somewhere my energy changed. So that effect started that ball rolling for me, that finally I pushed that ball and it started rolling for me. And so when it came to reality, and I was thinking that I've made the ball rolling. Now the ball is rolling, but now I want it to kind of keep rolling. That elevation should always be there, that traction should be there, so that it keeps running. So I thought, like, why not? And with this, when it came, I was like, I could actually promise him that I will get the money back. And actually I had already got the return back for effect before this. So he had this faith, and I already had started getting clients also. So when reality came, he was quite okay. And like it was like I am investing my own money. I knew that this is the investment that I'm doing for myself on my own career, for my growth. And it came as a very, easy, because I already had paid for effect. While it was 3 times more, but still it was like almost, but still it was easier
Yeah.
than to choose effect.
Awesome. Okay, guys, so this is all great. Let's talk about most important kind of juicy part for you and for people who watch it. Let me give it back to Divya. Divya, like now, okay, problems, concerns, fears, something that we still need to work on.
I
Let's
think
do some more.
something which I still need to work on is to be in constantly in that particular mindset and energy. We need to be in the energy I had in just 1 month is literally unparalleled to the whole of my life I had. I have always been doubting myself. I have always been not confident in my own skin before this. And now, when I'm being confident and I'm okay with who I am, what are my values, what is my thought process, we need to maintain that energy level. And maybe
How do you
that's
plan to do it? Because from next week, you and Swati are on your own,
alone.
right?
Yeah.
And it's intentional. Like even if I take you for personal mentorship, I will never keep, mentoring somebody
For long
non-stop.
run.
I have to take a break. So you guys have a chance to try to do it by yourself. What's the plan to keep the energy?
Yeah, maybe that's the thing that was bothering me last night. Or that was the feeling I had it. Because as soon as you messaged me on the group that, okay, tomorrow is the last day and it's an open house, I literally had a different feeling. I don't know what was that feeling, what needs to be there. And I immediately told my friend, like, see, this is the last session. He said, it's okay, it's just the last session. What's the issue? And I don't know, something is happening, something jitters or is there something. I don't know what it is or how to describe it, but it is safe. It's like, do you want to continue it? And I cannot continue this anymore. It's the last session, and it's also the rule kind of that it needs to be have some break between, even if I go to have another round of session for that.
It's
Like,
a graduation.
okay.
It's a graduation.
I told him the same. Yeah, oh, it's that so, Menika. Yeah, it is so. Like, what are you feeling? I don't know. What am I feeling? Are you sad? I said, no, I'm not sad. But I don't know what is this feeling. I cannot describe it. And he was like, okay, yeah, but you can continue. I can see that change in you. So when he said I can see the change in you is like a big round of thing for me, because we have always been so fighting and kind of a thing. But when he says he can see the change, and even people come to me and telling me, my friends and family, that they can see the change, it's like a big achievement kind of. Like, yes, something in the terms of energies has changed now. So yes, to maintain that, I think I'm looking for the passive quest again. I know what's the passive energies. I am working on it, but I'm looking for that too now, I guess.
What made you cry in the past 4 weeks?
In terms of if I have to be personal, so yes, I had some personal issues, personal relationship issues. So that made me cry. But again, in that 4 weeks, in the span of 4 weeks, I have changed my mindset for my relationships also. The time I think it was our second or third session, maybe, when you told us about certain things. And when I thought about it, it makes total sense to me. I knew from many of your lectures that it is you who need to change. Someone else would not change for you. It is us who need to get the work done on yourself. And yes, I worked on it. And as I told you, it's literally a big thing for me when my partner says that he can see the change in me. He even literally said, bro, you take the another session. I'm ready to pay for it. Just keep continuing it. I can see the change. You just keep continue that. It's not possible to continue that. But yeah, to maintain that level of energy is what I seek for it now.
Very good. Swati, what about you? What is not cooked yet? Like so many good things you described, but what is not good yet?
Achha, not good yet.
What will make you cry today? what made you cry last 4 weeks?
I don't know, like cat, but internally a lot of things have changed. I remember crying for about the money that we were talking about, how limited I had felt, growing up, and how difficult it was for me to show up. There were two things that really blocked me as a child. And up until now it was there, that thing. Like right now also I have this thing that I always watch what I have recorded, or what I'm like, I look at details. Am I saying something wrong? Am I something? So there's that kind of release has happened, that I have given me that grace to make mistakes. It still aches me kind of, because it's a public platform. I feel like, judgment is kind of, for me, it really stands out. Like anybody judging me, more than I know what they're doing, I myself, judge myself a lot. There I have started releasing a lot of fear around that issue. For me it still happens, but still I'm able to, just in the moment I just try to, okay fine, it is there, but I cannot do anything about it, and then I just move on. So there's that kind of is there, but I'm moving, from there.
Is this issue of ownership and control versus trust. Who is the owner of your channel? If you believe this is you, then comes too much of control, right? I am the, I am creator here. I need to control what I create. If you step back into the trust mode, that I am just a conductor, I'm just a channel open, and whatever comes through me, it's most important for that person to hear at this moment, then it releases that need to prepare tons of notes and double check every word after you actually you already finished that, and you opening this and checking what did you say. That's very interesting, because when you release this ownership, when you transfer this ownership,
is the something, I just keep writing for me all the time, because that is something doesn't come very easy. Some days it doesn't happen. I'm trying to, like last week I did a new moon circle, and I was so prepared. I prepared a PPT. I had the meditation made and everything. And what happened during the session, my laptop just shut off, and I just I was like, why does this happen? Why did it happen? And I was so upset that my flow is lost. And then everybody then joined back, and they were like, it's okay, like because we have been learning from you, they were also accepting this, said like, it's okay, just let go of that and let's continue. And then I finished it, and it went quite well, and all the feedbacks were there. But then that moment when you don't know, you are done, you have prepared everything, but what will happen at that moment is not something in our control. And releasing that fear or that control is, I think, the biggest thing that I have to
it's
keep
a sign,
learning.
Swati, that broken computer is your sign.
Yes.
It is not accidental. It's better when without this, when we run it, remember effect we are running on this post-it notes, and even this post-it notes, so that I have some variety of things that I want to say. But it's very interesting. 2 effects completed, third one is coming. I'm sure it's very different. Flow is very different. Like third day content I'm going to give on day 1. I'm like, it's everything will be totally completely different, and that is better. And that is better for people. If I would prepare some notes word by word what to say, that will be not very effective, and it will be not very valuable. So as much as possible, drop all this preparations, drop all the notes. You know your shit, right? You know what you're going to say. So when you just open it up, and the only preparation required 5 minutes before, step into your flow, relax, trust yourself, trust this world, and the product will be better, flavor will be better.
Kat, that is the only thing I think. But Kat, it takes time, right? It is not easy to go with the flow, and it's like a back and forth thing. I know that I want to give my best. We have always this feeling that I want to give my best. And now I'm conducting a session. I have priced it. People have paid it. Why do we feel to assign a value to that money they have paid and the value that I'm giving? And I just want to not like equal also. I want it to be more than, greater. My value should be greater than the money they pay. So that is something I always, it's always controls me so much that I just, because that day what happened is like I was so much into preparation mode that by the time the session had to start, I was feeling like exhausted.
Okay, so that is for you then the next step, because less is better, less is more. When you're trying to force feed more and more information into people, I know because I was the same. I was in the same feeling. Let me just send you one more bonus meditation. Let me just send you one more, little bit more, little. It's people when they're overfed, it's worse. When you give in the flow and you can say one sentence only, and that will be worth that insight from the whole webinar. Right? So you don't need to justify price that people pay by amount of words that you say. It's not required. Your energy is required.
Yes. Can like, but what if all these questions? What if people, the person didn't feel like I gave enough? They are coming back for more, and they felt, like you took this much for astro consultation. Can I ask few more questions, or can you give more clarity? Like I always have this fear that they might come back and say that what is this, you charge this much and you only gave this much. And so there's this thing that it, I don't know, it's just that uh, maybe the
But it
program
goes
that I'm
it goes back to ownership and belief and self-value, right? Because yeah, certainly people would come to Steve Jobs and told him, your iPhone has only one button. People need to have 100 buttons. And people actually demanded him to install more buttons. But it doesn't mean that it's better. That belief that you give best for people. And even if they demand more, it's not because they are right. They may not know also what customers want to have. Fast horse, Henry Ford said. If I ask my customers what they want to have, they will say, very, very fast horse and 5 of them. And I give them a box made of metal, the car. So it's okay. Like you're, it goes to, yes, that self-value. It's very good. So I hope you also take some notes that self-value means that I know exactly what I give is the right for people. If it's not true, my channel will be shut down. I will be not able to say anything. And I've seen this happening, especially when people do something non-ecological. Non-ecological means copying somebody's materials or using astrology not in the right way, right? Because I've seen some cases even from some group where I used to learn astrology, when their channel was literally shut down. And these people are not able to teach and they're not able to say anything. No, not literally, maybe they speak to their husband, but they're not able to speak with clients anymore. So don't worry about it. There are some things that controlling us. Hopefully it's our higher self, or we can say, I don't know, universe, life, the law here, the laws of this life. But you give the right thing. And people confirm to you, they're saying, wow, Swati, amazing. Divya, what do you feel? What do you feel when you speak? Discovery call, something comes out of you, people ask you a question, you reply. Where do you feel confident or not?
I think, yeah, that's true. When I started my discovery call for the once or second times, I do keep that discovery sheet with myself alongside, but I don't use it much often. As you said, I just take a deep breath before I start it on, and I go with that. Whatever the client needs to hear from me, they will hear from me. So whatever they need to be taken, I think you really shared a great point here that amount of value taken is equals to amount of the amount we pay for that thing. When we were paying for clubs premium amount, the gold club, for the starting of the time, even if the review is at 6, I used to get up and take that review, because for the initial years 3000 was paying up was a big amount for me also to pay that amount. And even if at the 6 a.m. I used to wake up and take the session, even while I'm half asleep, I used to take it. But later on, when the amount gets comfortable to me, I have skipped many review session as well, because at that time it was okay for me to pay that amount. So that happens. The amount of value we take is equals to amount of the amount we pay for it. So during the sessions or before that, I just take a deep breath. I know the three main things for a diagnostic call is uh, the current situation we need to analyze, the point B we need to take for as a dream and vision, and the resources to build between that. And whatever I chat or whatever I talk about is just for the client's perspective. Whatever they told me about this situation, I just introspect and intro question them. So yes, that's how I take it.
Open some donation link, some
Okay.
kind of thank you Divya link, because it might happen. It happened a lot when I do some free sessions, free live sessions, or we have this voice streaming on Telegram. And people literally say that when they're trying to consume this information, sometimes people feel physically unwell, like nauseous, like vomiting, like upset stomach, like information is not coming down. And that's the reason I opened this thank you card. You know, when you send back something, I don't know, 100 rupees, it's not like, it's not material for me, but it's important. It's like you feel better. You feel like something is settling inside. You know, it's digestion starts happening. So maybe for your clients also, if you start feeling this, that you give a lot, like you give some live sessions for free, you run some free webinars. So when people will start feeling that that's too much, we cannot consume it, we don't want it anymore, you give too many live sessions, then open this donation link. Like say whatever you feel like, just send it. It's not that, like, of course, amount is important. The more you give, the more you receive, but even to release some physical symptoms sometimes. Transformations are physically difficult. When you go through transformation, you feel sick. You feel physically sick. You have fever, you have all this. Like it's your body adjusting to the next level. And sending money to that person who created your transformation, in many cases, helps with the physical symptoms. Have you observed this, like for yourself? Sorry, I think I muted you. Wait, 1 second, what happened?
I think, yeah, maybe that's the reason. Like literally at 10:45, I was absolutely okay. At 10:45, I had my breakfast and was completely okay. And in the next 2 to 3 minutes, my stomach was literally aching. I don't know what happened. I literally had so much of pain in my stomach, and I don't know what's the reason for that. Usually, this happens when I had to move out. I had to travel somewhere. This happens.
Yeah.
And when I'm at my comfort place, we have taken sessions before also. I was absolutely okay in all those sessions. And literally at 10:45 was completely normal. And after 2 to 3 minutes, my stomach ached so badly, and I was like, I cannot take this session up.
Because you have to travel. Because you have to travel. You are traveling right now. You are sitting in front of 40 people discussing your deep
Life.
fears, and you're traveling. It is a trip to next level.
Yeah.
And your body was saying, it seems like Divya is about to travel.
Makes sense. That's the reason it was paining so badly. And after the session had started, it was paining at that point. And after 15-20 minutes, it was that fine. I was like totally okay. It was bit fine. Now it makes sense. What happened? Oh God.
Swati, how about you? Ever experienced physical symptoms? Wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That is what I said. No, that group session I was taking last time, and before that, I just felt so exhausted. I was like, "Am I ready for it?" And then I stopped everything. I just left everything. I said, "I'll not plan anything. I'll just stop and I'll just relax for a moment before the session starts." And every time there's a session going to start or anything, even today, I'm like, I was rushing, and I'm like, I started on another link and I'm waiting. Why is cat not joining? And I'm like, then I saw in one up journey, okay, this link, and I was going to the link from reality, that our group. So, and like I was panicking, I go into panic mode actually. I start getting over the top, and like my daughter, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? So for me, it happens in that way. I start panicking, and in that moment, I start getting aggressive and like loud, and just trying to settle down. And then it takes me 5 to 10 minutes to actually just calm down, that it's okay, what are you doing, why are you getting so hyper? So for me it goes like hyper mode into in that.
Yeah. For people also who watch us, like we talk about these things, and I hope everybody here from our club anyway, so my channel. So essentially my goal for reality is to make Swati and Divya very wealthy, not to make them physically sick. But whatever we discuss here, from the confidence, double checking your videos, ownership of the flow, confidence that everything I'm doing is right. So all of this, it's driving them to wealth. How? By transitioning to different levels, by expansion, removing of your beliefs, removing of your layers, removing of your comfortable programs that covering you so well. But removing these programs makes you bigger, and money capacity is increasing as well. Because it's a very common question: how to increase money capacity? That's how. That's how. Pressing button to pay a gigantic amount of money to somebody for yourself, for your education, for your transformation. Then stepping in front of hundreds of people on free webinars, right? Or like in case of Divya, announcing some webinar and facing people not coming, and taking it as a lesson, announcing the next one, thinking about where I'm going to find these people, what exactly I'm saying about myself. It is all money. It is nothing else but the wealth and money, because it's a response of this life, of this world back to you. Okay, you are creating something unique here. We see you, like you're becoming visible for this world. People who don't receive money, they're invisible. Like their life is invisible. They are very hidden. So when the world is not seeing them, then money will not come as well. What do you guys think? What's your feelings about money flow right now?
Yeah.
And please share also not very positive things. Please, absolutely. Like pretend that nobody is here. Ask me whatever like kind of concern or problem you have as well.
Yeah. So get like with what I have already established myself as, that comes easy. But the new visions that I'm making, it is kind of, because it's not in the vicinity right now, I cannot see it clearly, I do not believe myself seeing myself that way. It doesn't come very naturally. Like I wanted to do this mentorship thing, this coaching thing, and I feel I'm ready, but I think I wasn't ready for it. I didn't believe myself enough for this. So there's this thing like coaching, mentorship, and teaching that I want to move towards, but I don't see myself doing it, and that is why it's not coming naturally to me. So there I am, facing the problem to move in the direction of that.
That's the same issue of ownership. Why are you so comfortable with astrology and tarot? Because you know what you're going to say. You have the map in front of you, you have the chart, or you have tarot cards, right?
Yeah.
So you think, because I know A, B, C, because I can read the chart, I'm going to say something out of the chart. Mentorship and teaching requires you to just look at the person and read back what person is saying, and your ABC is what you see in front of you on the Zoom screen, and you feel less confident in that. But it's only your perception, because for you the message coming out of person whom you're mentoring will be as clear as Mercury and Saturn on natal chart. It will be obvious. Here a person is in some illusion. Here a person has some fear. Here this person has some belief that I can question, that I can help this person to remove. It will be like crystal clear. You don't need like special assistance of cards or tarot. Essentially, that's what you're doing tarot. You use these cards as your backup, but information comes through you, and there are some people who cannot do it, and there are some people who have the cards to initiate that flow.
I think that is the major thing, Kat, because astrology is, I am able to show myself and uh, do more of posts and ask people to come, but I never do that for tarot also, because it is more of intuition, and I always rely on the people's feedback to know if I did it right or wrong. So because the all those modalities that depend on not knowing in the now that what I'm doing, what I'm offering is the right thing, until the person comes back and gives me a feedback that, oh yeah, it resonated. And for me, tarot, I always send it and I wait very much eagerly. What is the person going to send? I always feel somewhere in my heart, what if they say, no, it did not resonate. And but whenever it, I've never had this experience though. I always had people coming back to say that they have resonated, but I still have this where my mind has to open up. I have this resistance to do more of it, because there I am not having any control over me, and I
I
have to
got it.
completely put the faith
Swati,
in the
you need to
modality.
have homework exercise. Surrender to yourself,
I
to your
do.
power. Take a picture of yourself printed in some printer, or take your photograph and sit in surrender pose on the floor in front of yourself. You don't believe you have a power. Oh, everybody is telling you, I'm telling you, your people telling you, your clients telling you, you resist. You're saying, I don't want this power. It's not me, I don't have it. You guys are confused. Please, no, seriously, I'm serious. But you understand why you're not taking power, why you're not accepting your power, why you don't surrender to this
Yeah.
power.
I have this very interesting thing happen to me, Kat, like 1 week back. I have learned Reiki. I gave it to my family friends. I have never said that come to me for a Reiki healing. Mostly like just in a general way. Somebody called me. I don't know who is she. She did not give me whose reference she got. She called me from Rajasthan and she's saying, I heard about you. Somebody told me about you. I want you to give Reiki healing to my mother, and she's a cancer patient, and she's second stage, or I don't, not second stage. She had had cancer for 10 years. I was shook. How can someone call me who doesn't know me, who has not seen my work? She is not into my Instagram. She has not seen anything, and people are coming for Reiki. I have not even broadcasted about Reiki, and what? How can it happen? And in that moment, I just felt that it is the universe giving me a sign that you are ready to do it.
And you're not taking it. And you're sitting here not taking the sign. You know why? I can explain why. But first, promise me that Jai is also saying it's my case. I think it's a case with a lot of you guys. On the floor, in the night, when your people are sleeping, with your photograph in front of you, head down, because body will help you to feel it. Body position will initiate the feeling that there is a greater me. It's a bigger me. She has significant power that I may not able to explain, but I have it, and it translates into my work with people. Okay, to half an hour until you start crying. You need to start crying. That's the sign of surrender. And you know why you're going to cry? Because with great power comes great responsibility, and that's why you're not taking it. Because you know, if you accept it, you have to do more. You have to take more clients. You have to give it to more people. And somewhere inside you, there is a resistance saying, you know what, right now it's okay. Yes, I do want some money more, but you know, if you accept the power, it means that you will have to do more.
That responsibility part hit me, Kat. I think that is the key. I that is why I'm scared to take responsibility of. I feel it's such a huge responsibility, and because of that fear, I think I don't believe in myself enough. Like,
Yeah, it's more comfortable not to believe in yourself. It's more comfortable to stay where you are, right? It's your biological protection of the brain working here, because you also become bigger, more visible, more vulnerable. You become very vulnerable. You expose to everyone that I am a tarot reader, I am a mentor, I am a coach, and many people may say, question that. So you're becoming like a big object in any kind of egregors and in family, in Instagram, in club. You're becoming more visible. If you're more visible, you're more vulnerable. Your impact is bigger, of course. Your rewards are bigger. And that is your protection. So protection should be broken.
Yeah. There was something that hit Cat. This one was like really, but I have to say, after a lot of consideration, I did take, I've started, there 3 days into Reiki healing, I did start it. And I felt like I felt it like a sign. I've started giving her Reiki. It's been 3 days, and but I still always have this fear. What if I fail? What if it doesn't improve? And I know.
What is the definition of failure? That person will die from cancer. But taking on yourself this means that again you're playing God, right? For some reason, your soul is going through experience of being a cancer patient. For some reason, she's coming to you, and in this moment, you give everything you can, of course. But still, the plan of the soul could be different as well, even after that. Look, I'm taking cancer patients even for astrology, but only with one condition, that they come to me. Don't bring me your mom who doesn't know me. Like, I'm not her coach, I'm not her astrologist. Your mom should find her own guru and her own channel. But if cancer patient comes to me directly saying, Kat, I know you, I follow you, let's do it, I will do it. And I will give everything. And if person will die, it is because I'm not God. And I'm not playing this role. So it's not a failure from my side. I give everything I have. Of course, we are, ecological people here. If you have a client waiting, doesn't matter, have cancer, doesn't have cancer, we still open Zoom and we give everything we have. But after that, it's not our result. Your result from reality, it's not my result. It's your result. Divya result is her result. Divs.
That is one thing I have to remember always. Yeah.
What about your superpower? Where are you not, Divya, whom you are not surrendering? With whom you're still fighting? Oh, sorry.
I am trying surrendering in every way possible. That's the reason I got this tattoo also on my wrist, where only I could see and not other people could see it as well. I think I still need to surrender for my personal life, being sensitive, being too attached to emotions. There's a part that I still need to surrender and to accept something a part of money as well, a part of it. I have crossed that bridge, but still there's a lot that needs to be done on money factor. One question that I need to ask is that when we also take diagnostic call, people still ask, what's the structure of your mentorship? Like, we know there's no asset structure and we work on the client's mindset and everything. But if someone still asks for it, what is there any structure to how we should explain them?
And what about you answering there is no structure?
Yeah, I say them that we work on the mindset, we work on your belief, your limitations, and all that. We work on that area mainly. If that area is sorted, rest of the area you can easily sort it out.
Yeah. So we work on you, the order of your layers, which layer exactly going to show up when, we don't know. But as soon as they show, we remove them. And that, that is your belief. If you believe then having 10,000 structures is better for the client, of course you will feel uncomfortable saying that there is no structure. But if I believe that having no structure, it is better, having no content plan for effect is better, 100%, I'm sure about it. So with my whole confidence, I can say there is no structure in my mentorship. And this is my price. And it is 2 lakh and going to be more. because I
I-
believe it is worth more. It's only if you're not confident, better not to have any calls
Not
at
to
all,
have.
because it has to be, because it also influencing how much value you're going to do, create.
Makes
Somebody
sense.
recently came to me and said, "Oh my God, usually coach has some kind of during discovery call, they actually saying week 1 we're going to do something, week 2 we're going to do something." But guys, it's very beginner kind of level, because how do you know what will happen in week 1 and week 4 and week
Yes.
3? Like, we don't know how clients will grow, at which speed and which exact blocks they're going to face. We need to remove
Right.
what people are facing. Exactly.
That's so true. Even when we had our first session, it was very much clear that because we don't know what kind of a limiting belief we'll be having in that whole 1 month of time, or what might poke us, what might not poke us. So it's better to have without structure and work on the layers of it.
Yes. No, this is wonderful. Don't worry about it. Look, we both of you guys listened to the same person during the same sessions, and you got into very different kind of fights and challenges during these weeks.
That's true.
Swati, when you decided to wear black for today, what was your feeling here? Because black is still very protective kind of color, right? When you wear something dark, you are protecting yourself from others. Unmute.
I would have done that before, but this was some kind of because I wanted to make an impact. Like, now I know. I never used to put so much of value into my appearance, cat, and it has hold truth for as long as I remember, like last 2 months back. Till that time I was like, wear whatever is comfortable for me. And then in astrology also, when I went and see why I feel like dressing up, and I said, okay, this is in my chart also, so fine, why should I worry, bother about being too much appearance oriented. Like, I was not at all focused, and I always felt that comfort is the best thing for me, and I like comfort. I like pjs, I like pajamas, I like comfortable clothes, and it's okay. But now I know how much is appearance is, it matters. And I'm ready to move, because I feel like I want, because I seeing you, this aura, this every clothes, the color, the florals, it relates so much to that energy that you are vibrating. And now I understand that it's energy, what I'm wearing, the colors, and the way I am putting on myself out there. It's not for me, but I am valuing the people who are seeing me also, in a way. So now that, because of that, I do feel that I should focus on my appearance. So that is where I felt like, okay, let's bring it. Like, I haven't worn black in a long time, because I have a lot of black, but recently I wasn't wearing. But today I just felt like, let's see if black is suiting me today or not. And it's Saturday, I really go with the colors of the day also.
Yeah, it's. I think clothes that we wear is the easiest kind of moment when we can hear the voice of our heart. It's quite difficult for many people to hear in more important decisions, right? Because brain is really jumping, logic is jumping. Let's analyze pros and cons of like buying house here or there, right? But for clothing, I think brain literally goes away for some time, and we can make a choice out of heart, and that is intuition. And that shows what exactly is right now on your heart. And look how we picked on the topic of kind of resistance of your superpower, protecting yourself from exposure to being exposed to more people. And here we have significantly more people than usual. So that was your intuition to kind of, it's good. No, I'm not saying black is beautiful. You look beautiful, but messages right behind it.
So I have to mention, Kat, that that's money that has always been my, like block, and my, it's like the most favorite block that always happens. And looking at the price tag, buying before anything, and then spending on trainings or learning comes easily to me, but spending on my own needs or anything luxurious, it doesn't come naturally to me at all. I feel why it's like wasting money for me. That feels wasting, and learning or doing any courses, it feels good to me. So I have little bit, I have started moving in the direction of like, okay, why not wear a good quality or buy expensive clothes, and rather than only looking at less price clothes or something to wear, because I felt like it's okay, I don't need to make a statement, I'm not trying to stand out, I don't need such great quality. That I'm trying to move from that kind of feeling now, but still it's there is this block around this,
So
spending on.
what do you think will happen if you wear luxurious clothes, expensive things? What will happen then?
It just it feels like
What will people say?
it's my higher self. I feel like that will be my higher self. That's not me right now, but I know
Okay.
that moving towards my higher self is starts from there.
It starts from you on the floor today crying in the night.
Yes.
You're not accepting power, right? And then dressing yourself, buying something for yourself feels like imposter, that I'm not ready yet for this.
So I have to, get like that day that happened, laptop shut off, and I was like, I'll buy new laptop. And I have to buy the best laptop. Like the best, but like not very accessible, at least, the one that will, because then it's an asset. I have to have it. It will something for my business. So that came, okay, fine. I've like made up my mind for that, because it feels like it's part of my business, it's part of my asset, it's part of who I am. So like I'm trying to move towards spending on that one thing. And no, but yeah, I have released a lot of blogs, but it only comes for particular moments. Like today it's a special day, so let's do this today, or for public, but not for myself.
Not for myself. And please also be very careful, because maybe our people who are watching us thinking that Swati has some unlimited, flow from some super wealthy husband. It's not like that. It is different. It's first you allow yourself to have it. Maybe you do some first signals that, at least in my heart, it belongs to me. Then money comes exactly for that. So when it's not like first I don't have money and that's why I'm not buying something luxurious for myself. It's not like that. First, I don't allow myself to even think that I deserve that. It's required for me. And luxury, personal luxury is a small thing. It comes again to the matter of your impact. I need to create gigantic impact. I need to touch on more people. I have superpower. It has to be shown to people. That will require money. That is also a block. So when you allow yourself all these things deep, not on the words, not on the level of verbal logic. Yes, I allow myself expensive bags. And inside, oh no, you're not crazy for this, right? So when it happens deep, then you're able to generate money for that.
Yeah, like I buy, or in external I'll say I need this, but it is pinching in my heart. Like, did I really need it? Why did I do that? Like that kind of it happens.
Start from other side. Like, don't start from expensive bags or luxury things, but think about people. You need some center. You need to promote your Instagram. You need to buy advertisement, right? You need to buy podcasts. So for that, you will need quite a lot. Yeah. So make this budget. Divya, can I touch on this? No, I cannot. Yeah. I cannot help myself. I have to touch on this. Because you don't allow yourself to live in a separate house. You are not generating money to cover for this house. You are not allowing yourself yet to live mom, right? For different reasons. For sense of responsibility, attachment to her, that maybe even to keep fighting with her. Like your fight is to surrender to your mom too. Yes?
Yeah, that's true.
You surrender, I think, more to her. A picture of mom in front of you and crying on the floor, that she is the greatest power. And I keep fighting her like a rebellious teenager. And that's why you're not allowing yourself to make money to be grown up, no matter what is your age.
Maybe, yeah, that's the reason. I am somehow attached to her. Maybe I fight with her on almost on daily basis. We have certain arguments on daily basis. Yeah.
Can you surrender?
Yes.
Can you try to surrender to her? What does it mean, surrender? You accept that this person has a great power, right? Great, important influence in your life. And there is no need fighting, no need to fight it. Is it clear, guys, that it's nothing to do with obedience? It is, you know what you need to do here, this practice for you. For a lot of you guys, surrender has to happen to your husband. And again, it's not about obedience to him, whatever he says. It's about stop fighting him. Stop fighting mom. Stop fighting your greatest power. So practice will go like this. You will do it by yourself. I will just describe it because it's very kind of intimate thing. You imagine yourself as two warriors. You and your mom in front of each other, wearing all that protective shield, armor. Yes, you have archery behind, you have some weapons inside your hands, sword, gun. Where are you going? Okay, come. You have a big sword, you have some guns, some AK-47 here, and you like both of you fully protected, armored. You're staying in front of each other. Two warriors are fighting. What can you do to win this fight? You can do only one thing. You are the first one who is going to put down AK-47. You put down your sword, like literally, just imagine, you put down your all the weaponry in front of her. Divya is doing it for mom, Swati doing it for herself. Put down the weapons, open the armory, like undress yourself, put down your protective layers, put down your shield, and come on the knees in front of her. She is fully weaponized. She is a warrior. You are opening up, saying, I stop this fight. And put your head down. Possible? Like, do it, like it's really cool, especially if you imagine your husband like that, right? Yeah. And you know what? Oh, this is the best moment. You're going to love it. You know what the last thing you need to remove? A big, gigantic crown, heavy golden crown from your head you take and you put down, or you give it to your mom, or you give it to your husband. And Swati, give it to your gigantic higher self. Don't just put it down, give it to that person. Yes. Noted. Sorry. I cannot stop. Hold up, Daddy. You know what happens? This person will give you back the crown. Your husband is not going to, like, even in your vision, he's not going to wear this crown on himself. He will put it back to you. Divya, your mom will give it back to you. It's your inheritance. Like, it's from her to you, it will be a gift. Okay, it will be golden crown as a gift. And you will be owning it without a fight. Okay, and Swati will feel more confidence and more flow and more insights, because that thing with whom you're fighting, it is not against you. It will give it back to you. But right now you think you need to protect it. It's like you're fighting badly for it. Okay?
It's not a one-time process, no, Kat. It has to happen every single day, I think so, like doing this.
But today we verbalized it, right? For you, so it could be many layers. It could be layers of magic, right? So, but we don't need to go into this. Even on level of logic, I can verbalize it to you. The reason why you're not accepting it, because it will result in some different life. And you already say, I think I'm not balancing well enough with my family. I think I'm not spending time with them. No, of course, right? Accepting bigger power, it will mean like, I'm sure kids will start coming to the room right now, like mine. Yeah, because it's like space around you will be resisting.
Yeah. You know, Kat, when you said about this, because result will change when we do this, and that is what we are scared of in our head. Like for me, even if you go for a meditation and visualization, and I'm thinking, you know, that water part. If you remember that meditation that we are diving in, and what if crocodile is, you know, in the imagination also we are going to feel the worst of the worst, like snake is there or crocodile is there or what if it bites me, or sitting on a grass. Oh, what if one insect crawls in and starts the same way? When I'm imagining my higher self, I think all the problems that will come, that rather than imagining what you know, good is going to happen.
Yeah. And if I tell you imagine more and more and more of good things, right? You will actually your imagination will resist, so that even you cannot imagine even more, even better. Yourself handling these problems, yourself handling bigger level. So think how ironic it is, right? We want to have more money, of course, yeah. But essentially, please, can we just stay exactly the same? Can our life will be exactly the same? We handle exactly the same number of clients and people, right? We dress in the same dress, we shop in the same shop. Please don't ask me to step into some Dior. Gosh, it will be so scary, right? Like we want to be the same, but we want to have more money. It's only one thing we agree. Everything else, please have the same. We're not going to be like this.
Yeah. I think we're scared of change actually, you know, getting out of this. Like we
Sound, Swati?
like I really wanted
No
to
sound.
do. I really want it. It is kind
I
of
lost the sound. Why? It's only me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So it's like
Lost. I think microphone or something connected. Swati was going to say something very important for us. She's not on mute. Oh, again on mute. Yes, you muted.
someone kept calling Cat, sorry.
Ah, okay.
And I'm like cutting the call, and the person is calling back again. So I was saying the point that I want it. Want that money, that good things we want, but I don't want to go with the responsibility that comes with it, and also the fears that comes with it. You know, that is stronger. The fears that come with that responsibility feels stronger than actually wanting what I want to do.
That is very clear, right? It's logical. It is self-sabotage. So think where you self-sabotaging yourself, and then you're asking, oh, I want to have more clients, why they're not coming? But because life is protecting you. You like expressed it very loud and clear. I do not want to have more.
Yeah. Wow. Very, like, it's going deeper, deeper. Like many times we don't verbalize our own fears out of just the fear of why verbalize something that is in our heart. Many like writing down also, I sometimes feel like don't write the bad things, you know, that way we write all the good things, but we don't verbalize, speak it out, like remove it out of our head. Actually, just let it be somewhere at the back of our mind, hidden behind a, you know, close the door, lock it, don't let it out, kind of. But it always stays there, that fear, that
You want to handle more things in life. then you will have to handle more things in life.
Yes. Yes.
Divya, over to you.
Yes, that. I think, yeah, Swati has said a very great point in verbalizing fear. I never verbalized my fear ever. I never wrote down my fear. Even when we had a fear quest also somewhere, I had taken that quest but never completed it. Even never listened that audios because I never verbalized my fear. Even in one of the Telegram groups, there's a talk about fear, fear, fear. What's your fear? Remove it. I don't know. I simply say I don't know what's my fear because I never touched that part of my personality. I don't recognize what's my fear. And because I have been quite an overthinker for the longest time, it all comes into my night thoughts. When I'm all alone, all at quiet, then it somehow pop ups at somewhere in my dreams or somewhere. And then it's in a dream, so we never thought about or never talked much about it. So if someone actually asks me what's my fear, I exactly don't know what to answer this. Yeah.
But okay, let imagine a person. Let's say she's not Divya. She is a Neha. She is super scared to travel so that she gets physically sick before any travel. She doesn't want to live separately from her mom. She doesn't want to get married into her partner. She doesn't want to leave her parents' house. No, what is this? Oh, let's think about what kind of fear she has. We don't know. What a mystery. No, of course it's easy to see, right? If you just look at
Yeah,
this.
it is. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the travel with a thought process, I take it as an anxiety that I relate to anxiety, and I know. So basically,
What
the
is
issues
anxiety? When we put some complicated words on our feelings, we kind of hide behind it. Right? What is anxiety? It's like feeling that I don't want to be there. I want to go there. It is scary. Right? Like simple things. If your 3 years old niece is going to ask you, what does it mean anxiety? You explain to the baby, and that is your fear.
Right. Basically, we're naming it fancy and we're just not naming that word as a fear.
Yeah, exactly. It helps you to keep it. Oh, I'm just person with travel anxiety. Nothing to work on. It's just me.
Makes sense. I think this session has gone so much deeper that I could never imagine crying in any of the sessions or in any as such online platforms. Yeah,
But you understand that because if you fix it here, everything else will fall into place. Your business incubator, your business ideas, your marriage proposal. Mom is saying, Divya, please move out from this house. Right? Everything will fall in place. And right now things are kind of stuck. And you can unstuck it only here.
Only here. Makes sense.
Look, guys, look into it's kind of cheat code here. Look into your ancestry, right? Whatever, because you are the same as your, especially grandma, especially great grandmas, whom we don't know usually. Parents, we skip generations, right? But whoever was in your ancestry, Swati, for example, exposed and hurt, maybe some talented singer grandma whom people said she's like something because she was too fun or too much singing or wearing something or healing somebody. I don't know, I'm just making it up. But it feels like, Swati, for you, kind of, maybe it's exposure to more and more and more people, vulnerability, making mistake in public, exposing something like in public. Well, I don't know. You look into this. And same for Divya, maybe some disconnect. Somebody was lonely, lost, disconnected from the family, feeling alone without support. Something was there. It's kind of cheat code because Actually, we don't need it because we should be able to look into our life and see it. But sometimes resistance is so strong that it helps to hear some ancestry story and say, oh, that's why. That's why. And
is
we
it
had
from
stories. We had stories. Partition, war, people got into very lots of troubles a couple of generations ago, and something was happening. Even maybe without partition, even just simply life was much more dangerous.
that? Is it from our paternal side or maternal side? Which
Doesn't
side we
matter.
see?
They're all the same. They're
Okay.
all exactly the same.
No, as you said that we should see our ancestry. So should I see my nani or my dadi?
They are the same people.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Especially
we can,
gender-wise. You might take something from your grandpa as well, but you are definitely same person as your grandma. From whatever side, doesn't matter. And as soon as you have a baby, like what you don't have yet, but Swati, in your case, you are the same as grandma of your husband because you have a baby. Because connected already.
Connected on that.
Oranges don't mix with apples. Baby coming means that side is also oranges.
Honest.
So
Can, like,
look into everything. Yeah.
when we say the shadow side, like we are bringing the talents and we can correlate, okay, you know, this talent has come. So the shadow side is also coming from those ancestors only. But shadow side is not very easy to, you know, like we ourselves don't accept it. How do we, you know, show it to the world? Like, this is my shadow side. And where you say that this shadow side is also our power, also one of our strengths. But if I keep hiding it, how do I translate it into power for me?
The quality is neutral. Your qualities, your ingredients are neutral. You are made of this. Like, how can you say tomato? Tomato is good or bad? It depends on the person who likes tomatoes or not liking tomatoes, but tomato by itself is neutral. The quality of your character is neutral. It can be manifested in both ways as something positive to this world and something negative for this world. The same quality of superactive fire energy can come out as positive as a business person creating multiple projects, or can come out as negative as an angry guy hitting his wife, right? So you can control the manifestation of the quality. You can with all your intentions make sure that most of your qualities manifest in a positive way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But how? Okay.
But no, I didn't finish yet. But many of your qualities got manifested in such a way that they've been labeled negative in your childhood, so you suppress that.
Yes.
Okay. Swati, out of your imagination, said, Mama, I saw a flying unicorn. Mama said, Swati, you're a liar. Don't lie to people. So the quality of imagination was manifested as lying. But you can, now you're a grown-up person, you can take it and manifest it as creativity or feeling of people. Many people intuitively in the childhood say something and, oh, I think this grandma is going to die. And mama said, don't say such things. You know, grandma will live long time. And then grandma dies next week and mama saying, and Swati will suppress her ability to read people and see the future, right? So
oh my God,
that's
this
not
is
shadow. Shadow is just whatever was manifested in a negative way, but you can do it and take it as a positive. 1 second, I'm just checking who is messaging me. What do you guys think? And you don't show your dark side, your shadow, for this reason, because you don't want to, for people to expose your quality of a liar.
The cat, like jealousy, envy is very common, right? It's not some, and it's not, no, you cannot be a saint. Like, people do feel it on a basis, but it doesn't, it's just that it doesn't, you don't live by it. You let it happen and you move out of it. But it happens, right? Jealousy, envy is just one of the feelings we have.
Yes.
So it's not as such a shadow side, but we feel bad about having these emotions.
Yeah, so part of the shadow is getting exposed more and more I'm sure there's some parts of the shadow that you are not aware of, right?
Yeah.
And it's okay too. But if it's exposed as jealousy, for example, that's great. Take it in a positive way. What we call jealousy, it means that we like something about that person. We also want to have it. So then have it, then go for it and take it, and it's yours. If you feel jealousy, because remember, I even had the whole training on envy and jealousy.
Yes.
Because if you want it, it means it's supposed to be yours as well. It belongs to you. You are just not working to get it. You don't want to do something about it to get it. Because for the same reasons, it's better not to do much. It's better to stay where we are. And that person is already ahead because she did something for this.
So probably
Right?
I'm just looking her result, but the path she walked, I have to do that, and that is kind of making me.
And you don't want, and you don't. Katrina told you, I created Dream with Kat when working full time. I wrote most of the modules between the hours of 4 and 7. And I had to skip my workout, and my body result. I suffered in my body, and I was drinking tons of coffee every day, too much, and everything was suffering, and I was under stress. And you think, I don't want it. I don't want to create any more trainings between 4 and 7 in the morning. Yes, of course.
Yeah. Kelly, imposter. Being an imposter is such a feeling like an imposter is also coming as so strongly at times that again not believing in my power. I think like feeling that either I'm a god or either I'm nothing. I think it keep fluctuating between that.
Imposter is a very interesting mix between playing God, thinking that everything is in your hands, being lazy, not desire to work more than you. Not lazy. I'm not labeling this. I'm just explaining that feeling. Like, why do I need to do more than I'm doing right now? Can I just please have all the new benefits of different level of life without doing something significantly different? Please, life. No, come on. It's like we want to separate parts. We want to, like, you got the whole mixed veg and you're trying to pick up carrots and don't eat broccoli. But that is coming soon. I don't know. Sorry, you can sit and listen. Maybe it will be interesting for you, no? Shannon is coming. What do you guys think? Yeah?
Totally
Look, you finished Effect and you're not running live sessions. And here in the group, I bet will be several people who finished Effect and not doing what I'm telling them to do. Why? I cannot own this. Because I see people who finished Effect and doing live sessions. Right? And it's not only about lives, of course. It's about like the whole change.
We all want to upgrade, but the process of upgrading is not everyone is ready to take actually.
Yeah.
We can start through motivation, through kick, through a poke, but again, consistency and discipline is where we all lack it. That's the tools that gonna help to higher up.
That's why life has to make it more and more painful for you that you are seeing that carrot in front of you, that other people have this carrot. And you start feeling worse and worse. Why I cannot get it? Why I cannot have 100 discovery calls on this wall like Katrina has? No, I also want very much. Okay, then do it.
And we aren't doing. What are we doing to get that?
Like, any other ideas, Katrina? You have any better ideas than doing this?
Yeah.
So what's it?
Coming to one point, it is also very important, Kat. I feel it's so much important for me. Like how much to show. It feels like showing off anything we do, and there's this kind of always trying to stop myself from doing that. Should I share about it, my achievements, or should I not share, or should I keep it hidden? Evil eye, all these things, so much of thoughts we always have. And I'm not someone millionaire, I'm not doing very good, I'm like whatever, it's slow results and it's happening, I can see results, but I always get this feeling, should I be sharing? Should I be not sharing? Is it important? Is it not important? Is it bragging? It's coming to the point of bragging. Should I be showing my result? So this point, it's a little, hazy for me, that what should I do? Like, how should I
You
put myself
realize
out?
that it's exactly about the same point that we discussed with you about your superpower, right?
Again,
Vulnerability, exposure. With exposure comes more vulnerability, and you think right now you can control it. You're trying to control how vulnerable you are by controlling what you're going to show to people or not, right?
Yeah.
It's not about show off, right? It's thinking too much. You spend a lot of energy thinking and controlling, right? This energy could have been used for something else.
Too much Gemini and Aquarius.
Impulse is coming, and you just sharing, and not worry about it, because you still, if you overthink, you make it worse.
Yes.
You are more likely to make a wrong decision. Okay, your brain is not helping you. Your brain is likely to two roads. One is where you are right now, and this is where you are different. Heart is likely to bring you here. Brain is likely to keep you there. So that's what I'm saying. Right and wrong decisions, it's all it's relative, right? There is no right or wrong. But if you think more, you're likely to stay where you are. If you feel and react and do things on impulse, you're likely to be in a different place.
Yeah. I have all my messages would always be edited. I read them so many times and trying to always correct if I said something I shouldn't be saying, or what will other person perceive me. So I think there's this always trying to make better sense of my words so that it reaches in a better way. What I'm trying to communicate should, the person should take it in that way, because of course messaging doesn't convey our feelings, our emotions, our energy. It's just words, and the person reads in their own language. And our work is through social media, so sometimes I just feel like when I write it, I feel like, wow, what if the person feels like Swati is just trying to show up? Like, I don't know, this is there. But because I have been also brought up in that way, where I always felt like more money is bragging, showing off. By wearing expensive clothes, you are showing off. So it feels somewhere in that way, probably that is there, that belief, something coming up from
That's, you understand that it's cutting short your power, right? Because you're editing so much. You're editing how you show yourself to this world. You're wearing some mask. So first of all, this mask takes your energy to keep. If you remove all these masks limitations, that's your secret for having more energy and doing actually more without feeling tired, right? Because you don't maintain any cover-ups, any mask. I know your mask is very small. You show quite a lot of yourself already. So, but it doesn't matter. You brought up here, there, it doesn't matter. You know our technique, right? What is the cost that you pay? Cost is too much, so I don't need to edit myself. Look, I keep all my mistakes in the stories. So, okay, well, somebody will respond and control, but I need to post it fast, right? It came, some idea came, I have to say it. Here in our live sessions, I'm not limiting myself. I feel like saying it to Divya, I said it, like, because I know it will touch on something important that should be touched. And I don't think I am smarter than my heart. I don't think I am stronger than my soul. I think if something comes to me, my job was only to show it, to let it fly, to give it life through my voice, through my words.
Yeah.
Okay? If you overestimate your brain, saying, no, but let me think about it, then you are limiting, censoring yourself. And it's likely for the reason to stay where you are. Look how hard you are working right now to stay where you are. In the same time, you torturing yourself saying, I want more, like I want bigger impact, bigger
in my own
prominence, fame,
so
exposure. Contradictions. Something is not matching here. Are you ready to be hated, criticized,
So
exposed?
that is a big
YouTube
point for
video,
me. No,
YouTube
I-
video with the main message: Swati Kumari is a pretender and
oh
fake.
my God, I'll die of embarrassment. Can I have to say I'll die? That is the, I think that is the worst fear of me. Someone judging me or someone telling me Swati is wrong or you said wrong. I think that is my worst fear.
But
That
it's
is
a
my
very
worst
real
fear.
thing.
That is like dying of shame for me.
It's a real thing. It's going to happen. My account
Wow.
is just 75,000. People already started saying who you are to think you can tell us Indians about haircut beats. We know better. Go away, you Western woman. No, do you think it's pleasant for me to hear? No. Swati, Maya's Ama, Swati, YouTube video. Dude, like, what is it called? You know, that what she's saying something about feminism, right? The guy is like really on her case, making YouTube after YouTube. Just on her name.
Criticizing is a part of when you get famous or when you want to influence the world. It's a part of that job.
Yeah, I think it's totally cool.
Hmm.
But in the moment, of course, it was not pleasant.
Yeah.
The time you accept who you are doesn't matter what the world says about you, I guess. But when
It's-
you fully accept yourself only.
Yeah. Yes,
And
exactly.
that's the part we are leading here, to accept our own self first. Like it's easy to accept someone else, to accept our kids, children, mother, father. It's easy to accept them. But when it comes to us, it's take a whole lot of work to accept ourselves.
It is surrender in this case, surrender to all people around
Right.
me,
Hmm.
saying that whatever their opinion is about me, it is right.
Right.
It's
Huh.
they're right.
You mentioned
Saying
in that
you
one
are
of the
Western
sessions.
woman
Huh.
and all this thing. You're absolutely right. I'm not saying it is my opinion as well. My opinion is different. My opinion
Different,
about,
right?
but I surrender to them. That they have a great power. They are great souls. That nasty dude who is making YouTube videos about Swati, he's a great soul, right? To
He's
give
just making
him that.
money out of it. He's just making money out of it.
Sure, for whatever reason, maybe even no money,
Hmm.
maybe he's just enjoying this. But
Enjoying,
he's a great soul, and I give him that. And hopefully one day will be some YouTube videos about me, and that's fantastic. That will be a big sign of my growth to the next level.
Growth.
And without that growth, I cannot hope to touch on millions of people comparing to thousands.
But it is a huge huge for me to go through that criticism.
Okay.
I think as a child, I have never done anything to, that I would be criticized of. Maybe that is people pleasing. Like in that way, if from a child, like as a child, okay, sisters are like this, they are doing this, but I am perfect. I'm not troubling my parents. I'm not troubling my teachers. I'll not ask questions. I'll not ask doubt. So always I had this feeling of like, even if I suffer, I am, even if I am not getting my answers, I'm okay with that. It's okay. I don't want to put myself out there to be criticized, to get a lashing, always trying to safeguard my heart. I think so. I like always trying to save myself from breaking my heart. I think so.
So if you don't need to explain the price you understand, right? You ready to pay the price?
Opportunity
you ready to
cost.
change?
Yeah.
Ready?
No.
When asking your stories on Instagram, guys, please criticize me. Please say something. No, real, not some just as exercise, but say, what do you think we would criticize in me, and go and read all this message. It's very therapeutical.
I think that
I ask people to criticize my balcony. And it is actually because when you read it, and when you read it with this feeling that whatever people say is actually right, and I accept it, and then you divide it into something that you cannot change and what you can change. You can say rational, irrational. Rational, what you can change. I'm going to fucking change. I bought new pots for my balcony. because people correctly said it's like something is not matching the eye. And I agree. Look, it was extremely valuable exercise for me. I did it for different purpose, but the outcome that people highlighted to me things that can be better, and my balcony will go to the next layer, to the next line of life, right?
It's such a great
There are some
exercise
things
with it.
irrational, noise outside, I cannot change. It is not in my hands. So same with yourself. You will see what is in this critique, something that you can change and you cannot change, and you can just accept it. Okay, well, my nose is like this. Like, what can I change? You can go to plastic surgery, but let's say you don't want, right? You like your nose. People don't like it. Sure, they are right, but I'm not going to change.
Yeah.
That is your quantum jump. Everybody is asking me how to jump to the next layer of life. How? Katrina, you said on the stories, this line is this and this line is better. How to jump? That this is how. Do
This is
something
a great
unpleasant.
exercise, actually. Criticizing exercise is a great one. Once in a while.
To
We
try
should
to
try it. Once in a while, we should try it.
Beautiful.
You can make it like I did. I also put picture of you of myself and say, but what do you like about me? And it was like it's kind of healing read after that.
Yeah. I think
Recover.
it makes sense to not just have criticism, but like with it.
With it.
But you will be surprised, because even in that messages about what they like about me, it also was lots of things that I didn't notice, or maybe I forgot, or maybe I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Happens.
Beautiful.
That's your
exercise.
golden shadow, yeah.
But like for me, I couldn't even reply to that. I like what
Right.
what if she feels bad? If what can I say? Why I shouldn't make her feel okay? For me, this is also this thing that I will not say bad, just fear of that person will feel bad.
You are transferring to me your own fears. You have this fear of criticism, so you think Katrina also going to be scared and cry.
Yeah,
you understand? The crown. Swati thinks she has this crown that she will say something and Katrina is going to cry. That you have the same crown probably with the clients, like 50 little ones. What if I say something wrong and their life will be ruined? Magician, majestic Queen Swati with the big crown. Remove the crown. People are great. People need you to say everything, including the truth. They can handle it. They're big, they're grown up, they're great souls.
Beautiful. Like in personal life, this is all about like not about outside. What is here is there, right? It's not different path. It is same. Just me in the personal life, me in the professional life, me showing in the business, me to myself. So there's this many relationship that I myself fulfill in all these areas. Like how do like I have to be that same person with all in these areas? How do we do that? That balance, showing how much should I show this personal, how much professional.
There is no difference, right? It's you are you. It's you. It's just no. Look, you cannot become this kind of what is the English word? The person who is exposing herself, like opening kimono and showing yourself without underwear. Like it's not required. No, have some pity on your viewers, and same with your family system, right? You know who you are, but you don't need to show it to people every time, all the time, right? It is the same as that dude who is opening his jacket and showing everybody his penis, right? So you don't want to be like that person. So you keep, I'm not showing everything in my stories to my, like how I brush my teeth or what I'm saying to my husband, right? It's like to have some little bit of, it's not a filter even, if it's like, it's not relevant. It's not interesting for me to see like naked Katrina. Like why? I don't need it. But it's interesting to see something what is relevant for people. No, that can help. That is interesting. So
But
that will
any
show.
transformation that we are going through, it reflects both in our personal as well as professional relationship. It starts with all
Yes,
the areas. We cannot
that
do
is
one thing with professional, with partners we can do, and not doing the same thing with our home, building that boundary or that.
exactly, absolutely the same. Absolutely the same. I share with you always what happened in my transformation with my husband, right? And I use it as examples in Cat's Club. I speak a lot about it, right? So that's, of course, it is the same thing. And your transformations are the pain of your audience, because your audience attracted to you, because you're already going through something. What is the pain for them also? And they also want to go, but you just slightly ahead. And if you're not showing this, you're not attracting this audience, because they cannot see who are you. They see beautiful smiling lady with a lot of crystals. For somebody, this is also enough. For somebody, it needs to be more. By censoring yourself, you're limiting your growth. Perfection is boring. I get more responses when I show myself without makeup and some sweaty running t-shirt.
Yeah. More relatable, you feel. About the goals, like if I define
by
myself.
the way, this is going to be now effect, but I can mention to you guys right now, because at some point, right now you're going through, I'm pushing you into something uncomfortable, you will do something uncomfortable, and then reality will stop, right? And life will stabilize at some level. If you feel that you have no transformations to share, you have to create it. That is your step again into next life line. Like when you feel, I have literally no transformations right now left, you start creating this. Thinking, what else I'm not doing, where I'm not going, go there. Like, for example, Swati, step into some media, buy some podcasts, some YouTubers, right? Like, it will be a bit scary, but it will be great, fantastic transformation. First, by paying them, then exposing yourself on TV, on the big screen. That's great.
I was actually coming to that part only, Kat. Like, there's a goal, and like we always achieve one and then we make another goal for ourselves and we go towards that. Once that is achieved, we make new goal. So like right now it was for me, to just establish myself as an astrologer, Reiki healer, tarot reader, and like, okay, I feel like I have some amount of identity I have built around this, and now there's a further new goal has come up for me, like I've that to be a mentor, coach, or teacher. Now I don't know how to move towards it. Like I know that I should keep doing what I'm doing, and this I will find a path to this. Like through this is the path that goes towards that. It's not some alternate path that I need to take to reach there, to reach to that goal. So that is the thing about like how the transition will start happening, where I feel that I'm ready to take up that goal, to just mark it like victory.
Just look around and see what you are not doing, what you should have been doing, and you're not doing it because not comfortable, new, different, exposing you. So to go there, for example, make sure that at current level you are completely capturing all value that you can capture. For example, if you have 60 people in your Ikigai group, that 6 of them become your clients, or 10 of them become your clients. Then you start thinking, what can I do to make Ikigai 600 people, not 60? Maybe I need to do some joint promotion, some live session with famous blogger or something. Because out of 60, 6 are my clients. It means I'm squeezing the value, because some people not ready, some people don't need. Divya, if you have 30 people in your group, 3 have to be your clients. If they are not, then you start polishing what are you doing at the current level, trying different approach, different messaging. Maybe you're not doing enough, you're not explaining, like all these things that we discussed, like how you say, what you say. Then as soon as out of 30, 5, 6 becomes your clients, now of course you have to grow. And this growth is not only to pay bloggers, of course, maybe you to step into some different transformation. You sign up for some, dancing classes, become a singer, learn to sing. That has to come from your heart. What you really want to do, but you don't allow yourself. And that will create a new, exciting story for your audience to share. Of course, you have to share that. If you're not sharing, you're blinking in the dark. You're winking in the dark. You go for transfer, like first number one step, that whatever you are going through right now, you are showing everything. You make a post about your feelings. You make a story about your result. Something has to be shown. Then you realize there is nothing else to show. Done. Great. At this current level, I have done everything and I received everything according to that. Then you put yourself into next uncomfortable situation. And you start again feeling uncomfortable. That's why I was asking you, what are you guys crying about now? If there is nothing to cry, you need to create something to cry. Something that you're scared, something that you don't want to do.
Yeah, I think that would be that mentorship that I have to start, but I myself don't know how to start, where to start from. And if I'm good enough, if I'll get people, if people will believe in me for that. And because I also feel that I'm myself learning. Why would people come to a person who is already a work in progress? But then I also feel that there will never be a time where I'll feel perfect, that I've learned everything. I'll always be a work in progress.
That's true. We'll always be in work in progress, though.
Yeah. I think that is one thing.
Even after 10-15 years, also, we will be somewhere work in progress.
So that is what I was saying. Why would person choose me when I'm a work in progress? I am myself getting mentoring, coaching. Then I also understand that I'll never be perfect. I'll always have something to learn, something to move towards, something to find new in my life. But then I have to find that belief in myself that I am ready for this level where what I know can help people to move where I am right now. Correct?
Swati, believe me, if you ask right now, people who watch us right now, many of them say, Swati, you're a couple of steps ahead of me. Again, it's not because relatively we have different kind of power.
Levels.
We have equal power. It's just somebody is slightly ahead and somebody is just starting this. And somebody is walking, and there are a bunch of people walking behind you and somebody walking ahead of you. And you interact with both, right? So please don't worry about it. This is just the games of the brain who don't want to do some extra work. I'm sorry. It's like this extra work is not going to be more difficult. It's not going to take more time from your son. It's not going to take more time from your husband. It's just different. It's like you used to have some shower and now I give you some electric shower. Like it's not going to be so difficult. But you know how much I was resisting this microphone. Ricky bought me a microphone. I was not using it like for weeks. And I'm sure it is better. It's just a simple action of connecting it, right?
I was just a minute before. I was thinking about this mic just a minute before. It's looking cool. It's great for making content and videos, speaking videos.
Yeah, it's actually, it was 2 of them for interviews. It's so good. And yesterday, Puppy ate one. Literally, he like digested it because it like has feathers, and he thought it's maybe some little bird. So everything with feathers, they just destroy. So yes, you just when I'm saying brain is resisting all these gains, it's like we are creating some theories and explanations and talk to ourselves about it and what is right, what is wrong, what will people say, but for one single outcome, to stay where you are. And we sit here all Saturday after Saturday saying, you cannot stay where you are. Look, you already made deposit into your next life, right? Like you have to. Not
And
going to be the same. You cannot forget me, even if you try. My voice is going to be in your head.
I'm like so amazed that everything what we say we do, it comes to the same point actually,
But because everything else is actually simple.
Yeah.
I think
It is not
one
difficult.
easy hack that works is just to analyze the opportunity cost.
The price you pay.
Summary of everything, right? The price I'm gonna pay to be in that situation or to change that situation for myself.
And the price that people pay. People whom you know and people whom you don't know.
Right. This stuck at me. This is like printed on my mind whenever I had to make a decision that what price I'm gonna pay for it.
Somebody somewhere right now crying because Swati is not doing her mentorship. And you don't know her or him. And they need you.
Yeah, I believe
You know, Swati's group trust more than Swati trusts herself.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
of
the
course.
fact. And that's the fact.
Yeah, I think so. Like that new moon circle was a breaking point and a trusting point, both at the same time, where I broke down and the people are telling me, Swati, it's okay. It's okay.
They
Just
all were
carry
here.
on.
Huh.
Oh my
They all
God.
were there. Nobody said a single word. Sabke sab, everyone was there.
I was feeling like a shit. I was feeling so upset, like my flow is lost, and what did I do? What is happening? And like, but none of them, and even after that, none of them said anything. Swati, what was like, we didn't feel better. It was not like everybody gave me a great feedback, and I was like, it was both, happening same, like something broke me in me, and then something also joined, that belief also happened for me, like, build trust in myself.
It's wonderful. Let us highlight here for every single person sitting here. You are bigger than you think. And the only reason why you don't think so, because your brain is trying to protect you from the biggerness. Biggerness is more scary for the brain, but it has more benefits for your heart and for your financial situation as well. But you're bigger than you think. And Swati is bigger than she thinks. And we can see it. I can see it. Divya is bigger than she thinks. I can see it so clearly. Each one of you guys. I think that's why I'm becoming like sometimes impatient. I'm saying, no, even in my astrology sessions, but this and that you can do. And this talent you have. And here I can see it. No, I don't think so. I have some doubts. It's just because I'm brought up this way. It doesn't matter what grandma did and who brought up whom and who got exposed in ancestry system. No decision is yours. Okay, guys, what's the plan? Let's start wrapping up because Saturday is beautiful. And our family still need us, but I need to hear the plan.
Right.
It's a graduation. Divya, what is your, like I know that you have some specific steps and you're doing research, everything is great, but within the next couple of weeks, what can be some big scary step that you can take to kind of to break this flow? The flow is happening, but to make it faster, something needs to, like, some pivot, some energy.
Thing that's gonna continue is that I'm gonna post the content to establish myself as we have discussed before. I'm gonna keep up with that consistency of posting the content. Something that needs to break up is I really need to think about this step that what needs to be done in that perspective. But yes, expanding my business is my vision as of now. I want to take up to that scale level that people think that if she can do it, we can do it too, or she can help us make it too. Because I am very much serious now about my business and making up to the next level. Even as a dream, I told you that I want to be in Forbes 30 under 30 or 40 under 40, whatever works. So now I'm pretty much serious about it and I want to work for it as of now.
Yeah. And on personal level, figure out your
Fear.
fear
True.
and surrender.
On it already. Whenever I feel I'm not surrendering, I just see my wrist. That's
Yeah,
the
but it's
thing.
not enough.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
look, if fight continues, that means tattoo is great, but it's good reminder. But the fight continues. Take all your armor. Take off your armor.
I think half of the thing I surrendered, I cried over a online session is a big thing
Yeah.
itself. Work.
Yes.
I'm gonna think about it seriously. To be very honest, I have never thought about this seriously ever because that's a very big step for me. Not even for me, I know the family wouldn't agree to that step. Being single and moving out in Indian family is a task. And what I'm gonna say about it and where I'm gonna go about it.
Yeah.
So, but from today, I'm gonna think about it in a very serious way and what are the possible actions I can take over it.
You understand why we're making the final reality open house?
Yes,
Because
I
I
know.
want you to feel it is okay to cry in public. It is okay to talk about your vulnerability in front of a lot
Right.
of people. And you're not going to die from it. And people
Yeah,
are actually going
absolutely.
to love you much more after this
Yes.
when they see you not as a perfect trainer or perfect business person, but a person with a lot of transformations and fears and
Transformation.
doubts. It makes you more human. It makes you more attractive, charismatic.
That's true. No, I'm seriously gonna think about that main step you expect from me, and hopefully we had a sooner news about it.
It's up to
Definitely
you,
will
right?
work on.
So if you don't
Yeah.
make any big steps, you flow, you go with the flow. If you make a big step, you shake
I,
your whole world.
I think even if I make up peace with it, staying here itself is a big step. Currently, I'm not with enough peace living with the same scenario. So even if I make up peace with it, it's gonna be a big step itself. Let's see how it goes.
I am not going to say it again.
I get it. I get it. Hope for the best.
We
Hope for
will
the best.
discuss. There's so
Yeah,
many different options for you.
yes,
Look, what you're doing right now, content, reels, even lives, it is wonderful and easy for you. Of course, do it. But life changes when you do something uncomfortable and uneasy. Swati,
I get it.
what about you? Pivot action.
You need to unmute her. I guess she's
Oh,
unmuted.
sorry.
The biggest insight for me was like it's such a paradoxical kind of thing. I have to surrender, yet I have to believe in my own power, but I have to take out my crown also. I have to
Because
still trust myself, and I have to also remember that I'm powerful. So
yeah,
it is like a
crown is
But
fake. Crown is fake, right? Crown is the superiority kind of. I'm Miss Perfection here. I have no mistakes. And actually, because of this heavy crown, it's suppressing the real power.
yeah.
So it will come out. It will come out. It's not contradicting, actually. When you remove your protections and armor and crowns, the real person will emerge, and that person is more powerful. But it will result in something that you're going to be different. You will do things differently. And that is a simple defense to keep it all on you.
Also, there is this kind of feeling that I don't like to share about what I do to everyone. And I also feel this blockage that people won't understand what I'm doing. and I only will be relatable to people at a certain level of growth that they have already gone, and below it feels that way, that beyond that people will not get me, what I'm trying to do, what is my purpose, why am I trying to do what I'm trying to do. They will take me as something that is not important. Who, what, astrology won't change our life, it's okay. But then yeah, there's this feeling, but I want to reach out to more people. But I also feel that only certain people will get me and not everyone will get me.
Okay, let me translate. I want to reach out and help a lot of people, but they're too damn stupid to even understand me. It's like belittling people.
It's not like in that way I want to, but it feels that way, that few people will not understand me, and because I see it in the circle,
Okay.
that the actual circle that I have in the place that I live in, I never talk about, like only 1 to 2% who like, what are you going through? Okay, and then that is all. Never going to, okay, what are your charges, or what do you think we can help? And I also never ask them to seek my help. I feel like maybe, with even the price point, they will not understand me. Even the energy point, the love point, they will not get me.
Maybe that's your uncomfortable step, to actually say that you are tarologist, astrologist, esoterical coach, working with energies, charging tons of money for it.
Tons of money gives me.
What would people say?
Yeah. Even putting it in the story feels like no, don't put the value in the story. What if they see and they think, what is she charging? Is she crazy or what?
I think something for you to find why it feels dangerous.
It feels it. There's a lot of for me. It always goes back to money,
Yeah.
beliefs.
So it is not you, firstly, but even when you say it, narration should be, it's not you. It is, my program doesn't allow me to tell even my closest people that I work with tarot. Being a healer, tarot magic is dangerous. My program thinks so. In fact, it's not, right?
Yeah.
There's in this podcast, what I did yesterday, just before me, one of the podcasters was famous Indian writer, very famous, and he was speaking about tantric sex. Like, if you cannot speak about tarot, like imagine speaking about these topics, right?
Yeah.
Swati, no, understand, right? Because yeah, I understand. In history, it was dangerous to be magical, to do tarot readings, right? It was, people could burn you, some fire and stake. So, but that is not you. So figure it out. I think that's your homework.
Yeah. And I also have to move towards the new goals that I have. Like I can see myself there, but I just haven't started taking steps towards that path. I have to. But
Okay.
like I really like that what you put, that in the same current goal that I have, where all I can expand. So I think that is also one of the things that I need to do, is like where I am, I have to, like I am trying to move to next step, but I haven't actually, taken over everything that is there to occupy on this goal. So I need to,
two levels, two homeworks. One is to squeeze more value from your current level. And one is to step to the next level. Squeezing more value, I think you know, and I know, and we discussed it, and it's a personal mentorships. It is not just astrology, it's actually transformation of the people after astrology. That's essentially what is personal mentorship, that you're not just telling people astrology reading, but you hold their hand to help them change after that. You can do it as a follow-up after your astrology if you want, right? Or tarot. And that is a gigantic value for you here at your current level.
Yes.
Yes, and then you start thinking how I can get bigger and what fear doesn't allow me to step bigger.
Yeah, beautifully put. Yeah, absolutely. That is what I want to do. Yeah.
And if you don't do it, think about why I don't want to do it. Is it that I'm too good for this, or I don't want to do extra work, and like these people are too small to understand me, like all these things, right? It's ego. Ego is hiding behind.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, can.
Surrender to your power. Say, well, I accept this responsibility.
I accept.
I'm given that power. It feels inside me. It is bothering me. It doesn't allow me to sleep. And all I have to do is it's like somebody is offering you promotion and you deny it. Say, no, too much work on this manager level. Don't want. Let me stay some analyst position. Many people are like this. And some people say, okay, I accept promotion to manager. I accept promotion to superpower healer. And I will come with some extra work. Okay.
That
Extra work is not difficult. It's not going to be difficult. Don't be scared of something which is not difficult.
Yeah. So just I think more scared of putting in the work that is required to reach to that goal with the discipline and consistency that I know that I am a bit off in that area. For me, it comes as a sudden high energy and then it goes low, high and low. It keeps oscillating for me in between that. Like suddenly I
That
have
is
huge.
fair, and this is okay. Just in the moments when it's low, figure out what made it low. So low moments will be less.
Yeah.
Not saying push yourself when you are low. You will create something late. But when you're low, figure out what made it low, what I did wrong, where I lost it, where is the leakage, bring it back up faster, and again produce out of the high.
So passive. Go to the passive.
I'm on it.
That is another thing.
Bhavna received a landing page from me already. I already have two days covered, 21 days.
What is that, Kat?
Passive quest.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming? Wow. Because I understand that is also one thing that we need to learn to enjoy that passive energy and to move towards active energy, because it is happening very often.
And remember what is passive energy? It is trust.
Yeah.
When it's low, it means trust is low. Trust.
So it's on ourselves, look at the trust is on ourselves, that faith that we say to
Ourself
the universe.
Is and not ourself, it is the same thing. Like, right, conceptually speaking, you trust yourself, you means you trust this whole life. It's not two different entities. The life outside is an extension of you. So you're saying everything is aligned. I trust myself and I trust that life is happening like it's supposed to happen. That's ultimate passive energy. But you cannot sit into only passive. I just trust everything is going to happen for me. No, you trust, and then you give. Trust, and then. Okay?
Yeah.
So when you feel low in active energy, it's absolutely right. You're right. It means that somewhere you're losing trust.
Yeah. So always, whenever we are breaking and achieving a new level in our life, there is some kind of transformation happening inside as well as outside.
Yeah.
So
bigger or smaller, fast or long, significant or tiny, every day or many days without transformation. Yeah, they're all different.
So we will want to change things around us with that transformation. It's many things change in our lives, no, inside and out.
Yeah, we are scared. It's like every time you break up with your old self, you break up with something that you build up so carefully so far.
Yeah.
Have you guys been through breakups? Yeah, you feel like I have to break up, but it feels so sad, like so many memories left, you know, such a good person to, yeah, so you breaking up with the old self. So many things for us there, but, and still you feel it's not you, it's me. It's not going to work out for us. I have to go.
There's always
So we
this
don't want. That's why also we resist transformation. It's not only out of laziness that work will be more. It's out of this feeling that really I feel sad leaving this.
Yeah. Because of that, we stay in that for too long.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to leave
Break
that.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, this is enough. Look, half of people left. It means that people are feeling that energy finished.
Yeah.
We know what to do. Our group stays. Our working group will remain. So don't feel like there is something is not said here. We can continue. But main graduation party is over. You guys are ready. You took
Yeah.
from me so much. You're absolutely ready. You know what to do.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It was really nice, Kat, to handhold, to be handheld through some of the life lessons. I would say it is something that will stay on for a very, very, very long time. Truly.
Make
And
some
I,
celebration for yourself today also, like some cake, cutting,
yeah, to having this
graduation
FOMO also that
dinner.
we are going to miss out on having this amazing talk and being with Divya. It was such an insightful, just learning from her, because I see her, myself in her, and that old self or future self. We can, go back and forth. Like, she is only 27, 28, and I'm like, wish I was doing what she is doing at that age.
She's the old soul. She's house 12, totally. She's like so much packed in house 12. It's a very old
Divya,
soul here.
yeah, absolutely. It's so intuitive. I like, seriously, I'm like, I had the best time interacting, and it was beautiful.
I'm so curious to see in your stories that question box. What do you don't like about me?
Yes, I am going to do that, definitely.
Please have huge value to your tears. Every time you're crying, it's a sign that you're transforming, right? If you didn't cry for a while, it means you're playing too safe.
But like, we also cry because of the words of our loved ones, no, Cat, like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That
Sure.
loved ones, we are so vulnerable with those people, so we need
So
some.
not fair this, but they also mirrors, just mirrors.
Yeah, we have huge expectations from the people we love, and I've seen so much going apart from the people, like the transformation that is happening. I do not feel much interacting with my own sisters now, and I feel bad about it actually.
I
Like,
think
I
it's a
talk,
little
but
bit.
I don't get into it.
I don't want to keep hitting you with that, but it's a bit of the crown again. But I feel like, Swati, look, you will find common language. Yes, you are on a different level, and yes, some people are not at this level. But hey, my grandma will not understand my business, but I can tell her, grandma, let's make some pancakes together, right? You don't need to stop loving people just because they cannot talk about your higher matters with you. So life has different sides. So even
Yeah.
with your sister, find something in common, go shopping together. There's surely so many things that she knows better than me.
I needed that, like that kind of relatable thing, something that I want to have with my own family also, and
Yeah,
not feel like I'm moving ahead and leaving them behind. Actually,
that is a crown. They're also moving into their own space,
yeah,
into their own directions, and maybe in different dimension than you. Absolutely yes. So that's why it feels like I am bigger than them, because dimension is different. But in their own dimension, they're also doing something, living somewhere. Maybe a bit slow. I know it's feeling that their life is a bit slow. It's okay. Then talk about pancakes.
yeah. I think Divya is muted, cat.
Yeah, it's okay. I just want to say a biggest thank you for this opportunity. Like, it was too good. Like, this 1 month has been a great journey. And thank
It
you
was
for
fun.
it. It
It
was
was
fun.
super fun for me. It
It
was
was
fun to see
insightful.
how each one of you highlighting different sides to each other.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Today you highlighted a lot of things to people who watch. Yes.
Right.
People who are watching will find out a lot of points here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So when we're doing these things, when we show off, when we expose ourselves, it's actually less ego in this. Ego is to say, I'm this biggest crowned magician here, and I don't need to show anything to anyone about it, right? Like you guys deal with that.
Right. Right.
I'm sorted. I figured it out.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, love you so much.
Yeah.
Happy
Yes.
graduation. Great
Thank
work. I don't know which PhD to assign to you, which master of reality, master of your own reality.
Yeah.
A bachelor. You're a bachelor of your reality of your life, and take it in this sense, because it all starts from you. The only one word, like we said with Swati, it's not difference here, like here, and there. It's only there you can change, and there will change as well.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
love
you
you
so
very much. Have a nice Saturday.
Yeah.
You too.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you so
everything.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.